want you guys to step back for a moment from what you hear sort of constantly on TV.
Ultimately, the choice is yours about whether you choose to be vaccinated or not.
If you're making the choice not to get vaccinated, then you're making the wrong choice.
But there's only really one decision for people to make.
Yep. Oh, they're crazy not to get vaccinated. Life will be miserable without being vaccinated.
This isn't about restricting your rights. It's about making sure that people do what they do right.
This is not about restricting people's rights. This is about giving more rights to those who've taken steps to protect themselves.
So if you really want all your freedoms back, go get in line and get vaccinated.
Right now we don't have booster eligibility for all people currently, so we have not yet changed the definition of fully vaccinated.
Boosters, it's very clear that getting 3 jabs, getting your booster, will become an important fact, and it will make life easier for you in all sorts of ways.
Now on to your Healthline report. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention now says certain people who are immunocompromised may need a 4th mRNA COVID-19 shot.
Within a year, I think we will be able to come back to normal life. I don't think that this means that we should be able to live our lives without having vaccinations, basically.
No, I don't think I'll ever be satisfied so long as there's someone who is eligible and hasn't been. And that's why I've said this, there's not going to be an endpoint to this vaccination program.
And we all would prefer that people would be voluntarily getting vaccinated. But if they're not going to do that, sometimes you've got to do things that are unpopular.
Germany has announced major restrictions on anyone who's not vaccinated against COVID-19.
People who haven't been vaccinated will only be allowed to leave their homes for essential reasons, such as working, shopping, or taking a walk.
Vaccine passports, the government had planned to drop them by mid-January. That is gone. They are going to keep them indefinitely.
So people assume we are just going back to the good old world which we had, and everything will be normal again. This is, let's say, fiction.
So in essence, we've got a system which is saying if you don't submit to being injected by the state every 6 months, you will be denied services and lose your job.
I didn't want it either. I took one for the team. But every 8 months you're going to put the in me? I don't know about that. Maybe I don't need one.
You nor our elected officials have ever mentioned the effectiveness of maintaining healthy weight, exercise, proper nutrition, vitamin supplementation. Not a peep. We ain't talking about health. We talking about health? Instead, we get wear a mask, stay home, close your business, and take this shot.
That's the America I know. That's the America that doesn't bow down to the tyranny of a federal government that has no constitutional power to tell them what to do.
And I will most assuredly not get vaccinated because my government tells me to and promises in return I will be granted freedom. Let's be clear about one thing. No one grants me freedom.
We shall not be coerced. All of this is coercion. The vaccine passport is coercion, and the penalty for violating the Nuremberg Code is
violating the orientation of the meeting. Please take a seat. Please take a seat.
The government knows something, and that is that we've been very well behaved, very well compliant over the course of the last couple of years, but I sense we're getting close to breaking point.
We should come and take to the streets and say no more lockdowns, no more restrictions. We will not put up with this anymore. We are fighting back.
We have a moral obligation to disobey unjust laws. Will we turn a blind eye and a deaf ear to compulsory medical procedures for our citizens? Will we remain silent, or will we speak up loud and clear and truthfully?
You can shove your vaccine mandates up your ass. You can shove your vaccine mandates up your ass. You can shove your vaccine mandates. Shove your vaccine mandates. Shove your vaccine mandates up your ass. You can shove your vaccine mandates. Shove your vaccine mandates. Shove your vaccine mandates up your ass.